I'm Joe. I'm part of the Grip team. I'm joined here by Laurie as well, who will be aiding me answering some questions. I'm just going to take you guys through the Grip platform today, covering some of the main points that are going to be really important for you when it comes round to ETL this year, and obviously just kind of some of the functionality that will be really powerful when it comes to exhibiting. So here you'll see the Grip virtual platform. Obviously, when it comes to ETL, this is going to be branded up for them, but just prior to kind of arriving on this page, you will have obviously registered pre-event, and we will have pulled in that data from the registration provider. You will receive an email. In this email will be a one-time registration ID, and it will of course come to the email that you registered with. So if I just log in here, I'm going to use my Grip email, and then I'm going to use that one-time registration ID, which is Joe Grip Virtual in this case. I'm then going to claim my account and just type in my password. Brill. Once I've done this, hopefully I've got that password right. Yep, we can see that the login has been successful. We'll then see this next step, which is social login. So what we're able to do here is pair your profile on this platform here with one of these social channels. So we've got Facebook and LinkedIn to choose from here. We'll decide with Adam near the time what we want to include in here, but it just gives you an opportunity, sorry, to link up to those, and maybe we could take a headline and a profile picture from there. We always find that people who have a profile picture are more likely to receive meeting requests, so that's something that we always really push you guys to do. You've then got the opportunity to complete your profile. During registration, you may have been asked some questions, which will be part of the onboarding. And here, of course, we give you the option to change those answers as well as add some other answers. So you'll see products provided. We may have a similar question for ETL. If you click onto here, you'll be able to just change these answers by of course, clicking the cross and adding another one. You can then just click update for that to take effect. Here, we've got the option to add a video URL or sales brochure URL. Depending on what we go with for ETL, you may or may not have this option, but we'll have other fields here for you to fill in. So your profile is really coming to life as you're onboarding into the platform. You've then got the data consent for intelligent matchmaking. We of course want to be able to provide you with recommendations. So here is the data consent checkbox. Now we can start networking. So we have this Grip virtual platform. Again, it'll be all branded up with ETL branding, and it might not look quite like this, but it'll be similar kind of functionality. So here we've got the event agenda, some recommendations, an exhibitor list, etc. So it will look relatively like this. We of course try to make it as easy as possible for you guys to navigate around this platform. So hopefully most things will be quite straightforward when you log in. On the left here, you're going to have your network. So you'll have your recommendations as well as some of the other matchmaking tabs there. You'll have your schedule, which will include all of your meetings and the sessions that you've added to your schedule. Then you'll also have the event agenda, which of course will have the full list of all of the sessions. Just down here, you may have a list of all of the attendees. So if you were to click into there, if we go into visitors, what you'll be able to do is you can search all of the visitors within this list here. And you've also got all of these filters to just help you find the particular visitor or attendee that you're looking for. If we quickly just go up to the profile tab up here, you'll see I've got my LinkedIn photo there, a few of those fields that we've taken from registration. You've got those onboarding questions, which we covered earlier. And if you click into these, of course, you've got the option to change these answers again. Down here, we've got the video URL and sales brochure, as we saw before, and a summary. I'd really recommend that you fill in as much of this information as you can. Obviously, a full profile looks so much better than one that's missing data. If you do make any changes, please just remember to click save here in order for it to update successfully. You've also got the ability here to manage your availability. Of course, there is the kind of stipulations here is if you block out time in your calendar here, what it means is when you when you come to booking meetings or people come to book meetings with you, of course, you will only be able to book meetings on times that you have set as available. This is really important to note, but a really useful tool for you to be able to use as well, to be able to block your availability. Hopefully this is all pretty self-explanatory and quite easy to use. So we'll just go back to the home feed. If we look now at our recommendations, you'll see on a personal level, you get recommended people, obviously provided with our AI platform. So you'll see Nancy here has come up as a recommendation for me. You can see that she's a preference match. So this means that she is interested in some products that I provide, which will be these ones here. You'll see that I have a common connection in Jake, which obviously will only happen once the show has been launched for a few days, once people have started connecting. But this is someone who is a top recommendation for me. You'll see here that we've got some calls to action. So we've got the ability to chat. This will only be available if someone has shown interest in you. So you can't, let's just go down to someone else down here. We've got James here. You'll see that I can't send a message to James and chat to him immediately. This is because he hasn't shown interest in me. You can only chat with people straight off the bat if they have shown interest in you. We of course do this just to stop spamming. You'll see the option to skip. So if you don't think someone's a good match for you, you can skip them. And then you've got the ability to show interest. So maybe if you're not quite ready to book a meeting with them and you just want to show some interest, you'd click this button. Then you've got the schedule meeting button, which is of course the really important one. And I'll just show you how to book your meeting there. Again, we try and make this as easy as possible for you. You see a little bit more about their profile and the person there if they would have the image there. You can see that I'm booking a meeting for myself, Joe Hunter. You can see the dates that I can book the meetings on, and then you've got the time. Location, so here we have the ETL virtual meeting room. Obviously for on-site, you'll have booths potentially or set meeting areas. You can send a message here as you're trying to meet with them, and then you can request that meeting. As you'll see, the meeting's been requested. A handshake is formed, so I've shown an interest in meeting Nancy, and as she'd shown an interest in meeting me previously, that handshake is formed. You'll see the information about the meeting there, and then you've got the opportunity to reschedule or cancel. So you can quickly go back on your meeting request. If I just cancel here, I'm just going to quickly show you something that's going to be quite important. So you see here that we've got 9 meeting requests left until you reach the pending meeting limit. With the ETL team, we'll set the number of meeting requests that we're allowing you guys to have pending before you reach a limit. So what this means is when you go into the platform, you may want to send, say we've set a limit of 10, you may want to send 10 meeting requests to people who are really keen on meeting. You can do that, and then you'll hit a limit. The only thing that you need to note here is those pending meeting requests don't stop there. If someone accepts or declines one of your meetings, you will kind of regain a credit there and you can send out another meeting request. Also, if you've run out of meeting requests, what you can do is you can go to meetings that say you booked for the first day and it's now the second day, or sorry, for example, if you've booked a meeting a week before the event starts and nobody's replied to you yet, you might want to go to that and just cancel it and then use that meeting credit, for example, to book with someone else. Hopefully that makes sense, but of course we can go through that in a little bit more detail later on if people are struggling with that. So hopefully the whole idea of booking meetings is quite straightforward there. We've got that interested in you box here, which you'll have obviously everyone who has clicked show interest on your profile, and you'll see that we can chat with them. You've got your connections, so everyone that you're able to message, either because you've had a meeting or you've got a meeting scheduled, and you'll see that they also all appear here on the right. So you'll be able to click into them very quickly and you can message them from here. You've then got your interested list, so people who you have shown interest in, and your skip list for people who you don't think you'd like to meet. This is all hopefully quite straightforward and should allow you to use the platform quite easily. If we then quickly just go into my schedule, you'll see all of my meetings are are shown in here, as well as everything, all of the sessions that I've added to my schedule here by going into the agenda and adding a session I really want to see to my schedule. What I'm going to quickly show you now is just what one of these virtual meeting rooms look like. Of course, in the flesh, you're able to just meet face to face. However, some of you may not be aware of what these look like. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this virtual meeting room. Maybe Laurie will join me in a second. If you ever have an issue with this not working, quite often it could be something to do with your permissions for camera or microphone. And you'll get it, usually in Chrome at least, you'll get a pop-up up here, and you just need to correct those permissions there. You've got the ability to chat within here, so you can send any messages between you, and then you've got the ability there to see the information on their profile, which of course, when meeting for the first time, might be quite useful for you. Just going to close that there. If we go into the event agenda quickly, all of the sessions will appear in here, so they'll appear in time and date order. What you can do at the top is you can filter these by dates, tracks, which could be seen as themes, and location, so the different stages. So all sessions are in here. If you want to watch a session, you must add it to your schedule. That's done by either clicking here, or and as easily as clicking it, you can also undo that action. If you go into here, what you can also do is you can add it to your schedule just by clicking down here as well. So this just shows you how easy it is to add one of these sessions to your schedule. And then of course, if you are a session sponsor or you're a speaker at this session, it will come in as an inbound lead. Speaking about leads, let's go and see what you guys are probably all tuning in for, the Teams functionality. So we've seen how you kind of go around the platform on an individual basis and how you interact with others on a one-to-one basis. Now we kind of want to look at Teams and what you're able to do on a company level. So there's lots of key functionality that's going to be really, really handy for you when you tune into ETL this year. So you've got meetings here. So you'll see in my schedule, I had all of my meetings listed. If I just go across to here, we'll see that all of the meetings of my team members, so everyone within my company profile, are all listed within here as well. This just allows me to see what everyone else in my team is doing and allows me to kind of keep track of their availability. If I go into Smart Calendar, you'll see all of my team members are all listed within here. So everyone associated with my company is listed within here. And you'll also be able to manage their availability as you could manage your own. If we then go down to team members, obviously we'll see that full list here. And then we've got the company profile. We saw how to update our own profile. We can, of course, do that for our company profile. We'll need to add in that company image as well as the headline, which is going to be really important. And then you've got those onboarding questions we've provided that can be listed there too. You've got the company type, the website is listed here, and so is their video URL. We love it if your profiles have got videos in them. They obviously look really, really good on the platform. To do it, it's a really easy process. You just click on this and then add the embed link within here. YouTube is something we recommend. It looks really, really good on the platform. Down there's other fields here. So on this particular setup here for Grip Virtual, we've got LinkedIn and a sales brochure there, location and the summary. To go and then look at what this profile looks like on the front end, we can search up here, which again a useful tool for you. And then grow up now. I believe my connect is allowing me to do this and search from here.
Hi everyone. All right, so let's keep going on here. So Joe was going over searches. So you can go in our platform and directly search in here, use the search tool here to search for a specific user. So you can use it out here. You can type for something specific, like for example, if you wanted to search for Tim Gert here, use the search. while searching, you will have a full list of users, and on this left side here, you will be able to find a series of filters, dynamic filters based on your search and the results in your search, okay? Within Teams, you will have then access, so you will have access to all your meetings. Here on the side, your team members, you'll be able to filter the different meetings, status, whether they're scheduled, pending, awaiting response, and really look at the calendar and the lead generation you're generating as a team as opposed to you personally. Okay, so here if I went to look at Group B, scheduled meetings, I can see his full calendar of scheduled meetings. A great feature with Teams, and I know that was a point that Adam wanted us to emphasize, is Teams will allow you to cross-lead. The whole point is return on time and investment, so that cross-lead generation. So for example, if I go back on my home here, and I were to go to a specific user profile, as soon as I have a Teams, if I try to book a meeting with that specific person, I will be able to choose any one of my team members and delegate this meeting to them. So for example, if I know that Susan has a great profile and Piotr from my team would love to meet with them, I can delegate this meeting. Then all conversations from that will be from Piotr. So this meeting request that Susan receives in her email as a native email where she can accept the meeting request will be on behalf of Piotr, okay? The great thing about this as well is that if you have any awaiting response meetings or pending meetings, which are meetings that are not answered by your team members, you will be able to act on them and actively yourself accept meetings, so there is less leads spillage as well. Another of the tools here is the smart calendar. In the smart calendar, you'll be able to generate an agenda for all your different team members and share them across your client base, and make sure to, in order for them to either join you on that virtual platform to have all your meetings, or to join you on site at the ETL event. Okay, so how do you use this feature? You simply you have the list of all your team members. You'll be able to activate or deactivate their profile on this calendar link. In addition to this, you'll be able to manage their calendars, so to make available or their time available or busy. So for example, if you have someone in your stand that is only available for walk-ins, you might want to make the entire schedule busy for certain days. Once you've managed calendars and availabilities, you can simply pick up this link here and share it on your LinkedIn, share it on by email to your client base and say, hey guys, we're going to be at ETL this year, book a meeting with someone from our team. From that, your clients will open that link, look at your different team members. Joe is someone I might want to meet with. His profile matches, basically matches best the type of person I want to meet. I click on an available time, enter my email, first name, last name, company, and personal message, and I confirm this. Once I've done this, I receive, as a client, I receive a confirmation saying you've booked a meeting with Joe. In order for you to attend this meeting, make sure you have registered for ETL, and vice versa. Joe, this meeting automatically appears in Joe's calendar, okay? So you can, in addition to picking up the entire team's calendar, you can pick up your own calendar and share it if you wanted to directly talk to your account base without sharing your overall team calendar. So you can simply click here. It opens your personal calendar, pick up the URL and share it with your clients. Another very important section is your inbound lead section. In here, you will have an inflow of all the people that have interested your profile, okay? So as opposed to the home, what we were showing you earlier, where you have the section interested in you, where you have all people that have interested your profile. Think about LinkedIn, where you see an inflow of people, this person has viewed your profile. That's you personally. In Teams, because it's a lead generation and system as a company, you'll be able to see all the inbound leads you have generated as a company. So all the people that have interested or view your colleague's profile, or anyone that has interested or view your company profile. Okay, so as here I can see, for example, Wilbert has interested Piotr, which is from my team, has viewed Joel's profile, which is one of my team member, has viewed me, and has viewed Grib. However, he does not have a meeting with us. Do I want to check this out and see if I might be interested to meet Wilbert? Yeah, cool, really love his profile. I request a meeting with him. Okay, and this person might have never requested a meeting with me or has never viewed or interested in my profile. So again, this notion of cross lead generation. And I know I can see a lot of questions popping. Don't worry, we'll answer all these questions as soon as we're done. The company chat section, and this is a great function. So basically on company's profile, and I'll show you what a company profile looks like in just a second. So if I go in the company list and I go on the Grip profile, for example, here, you can see the full-on Grip company profile. So we have enhanced company profile. So you as an exhibitor will be able to upload your company information, upload an embedded video, and really enrich your profile to really showcase what's the essence of your company, but also your product. And I'll show you how to do this in Teams in just a second. But that company chat function that you can see here, message grip, is quite strong. So think about an on-site experience. As an exhibitor, what you want is, yes, you want to have your meetings and meet with existing client, but the great value of being at an event is having this walk-in and the capability of people just walking into the booth and asking you a question about your products. So this messaging system kind of opens up that door where I like what I'm seeing. I don't know who to book a meeting with because I don't really know. And I have questions about the product prior to actually booking a meeting. So what I can do here is I can message Grip and say, hey, I'm interested to have some more information. Can someone give me more information about your product? As soon as one of the users does this, in a this as a team, as a Grip team member, in the section company chat, I'll be able to see, sorry guys, in the section company chat, I'll be able to see a list of all the chats that are available and people that have decided to chat with us. So in that sense, any representative from the Grip team will be able to go and start chatting and answer that person, okay? And you and all the team members from my team will be able to see, oh, okay, Laurie has answered that chat. I don't need to pick it up, okay? The next section is contacts. In the section contact, you'll be able to see all the connections that you have made. So people with which you've had an accepted meeting, someone with which you have had a mutual interest, or someone that you've batch scanned, okay? So these will be your list of contacts. These are also contacts that you can export, and I'll show you where for your follow-ups after, but this is basically a recap here. In the section team members here, you will have an exhaustive list of all your team members. From the get-go, we will import and connect your team to all your exhibitor, to all your representatives. So you don't have to do this, but if you wanted to add additional team members, you can do it. So here, by clicking invite members and entering your first name, last name, email, job title, and your role, okay? The difference between an admin and a team member, an admin can update the company profile and edit other team members' profile, as opposed to a team member which cannot do that. Everyone can request meetings on behalf of someone else, okay? So in the section team member as well, I can here change someone's role, I can edit their profile, and I can delete someone if I no longer want them to be in that team. A bit harsh, but happens. Section company profile, as Joe was mentioning earlier, that's a very, very important part. What users see on the platform is what they are going to base their decision on. So the more they can the more they can see and they can read about your company, your products, or yourself as company users, the more they will make an informed decision, and the quicker the connection is going to be, okay? So here, for example, that's my grip company profile. So as you can see, there is some fields which have predefined values, which I can same process as on your personal profile. A very, very important and new feature is the ability for you to have an embedded video on your profile, as I showed you just earlier. How do you do this? You can embed two types of links, Vimeo or YouTube. So you'll have to go in this section, in this field. You have a little article here that gives you more information on what type of URLs you need to put in there. You enter that, you go and pick it up from YouTube or Vimeo, and you embed it directly. You enter that URL here and update it, and it automatically shows on your profile. So here, if I were to go and see my profile, I can see that embedded video. So it makes the whole difference, because it can be an intro to your company or an intro to a specific profile. At any point in time during the platform opening, you can change and update that video. If you wanted to change the content on a daily basis, please do so, etc. The section products, and I won't go into details into that one. I'm going to go straight into exports. In this section, what you will be able to do is export your meetings if you wanted to use that for follow-ups later on. You can also export contacts. So the contacts is either people you've had mutual interest with, people with which you had a confirmed meetings, or people you have badge scan at the event. Only for people that you have the badge scan will you receive personal information, which is email. Anyone else you won't, okay? And that's a part of our agreement with Eventec Live, but also the way our system works, okay? So that Teams is a strong tool for you to use as a company. We're happy to give you a refresher on this closer to the event, but make sure that as soon as you're given access in the next coming months, the first things you do is really set up your team, set up your company profile and your personal profile. Now that's the big chunk around networking. What's really important as well, and the whole focus behind this platform is really engaging the community and giving you the opportunity to network, generate some leads, prepare your physical event, and then maybe chat with some of your industry partners and chat about and share some knowledge. Okay, so as usual, the Eventec Live team has a great content panel. So on this platform, in the event agenda, you will have access to a full-on agenda of conferences that will be happening at the event, but also virtual conferences. And there you'll be able to use a location to locate a specific stage, if a type of session, whether they're round tables, are they product demos, or a simple conference. You'll be able to choose a series of themes that the Eventec Live team will have set up for you, and you'll be able to choose a date here if you wanted to filter by date. Now, how do I build on my event schedule, and how do I watch live stream conferences? Very easy. You'll be able to go here on the platform, look at the series of different events that are available for you. You'll be able to directly open a session, for example, here, add the session to your schedule to watch live stream. And then from here, this session will automatically appear in my schedule, and you'll be able to watch live stream live on our platform. That there will be no need to actually go out of the platform. Everything will be done. All the moderating, Q&As, etc., will be done directly embedded on the platform. Okay, so for a seamless experience. If you're a lucky sponsor of a session like this, and I would say that's a plus, your company will be featured as a session sponsor. Anyone that has viewed this session will automatically appear in your inbound leads. Okay, so if you have not yet harassed Adam to become a session sponsor, I think it's time to get into that slot, because it has a great value in terms of lead generation and how much visibility you get on the Eventec Live virtual platform. So here at the bottom, you can see additional details on that specific session. If there is session content, you'll be able to upload it, session summary, and you'll be able to see a list of speakers and directly interact with them, okay? Joe, I don't know if you're back, if you want to add on anything. For me, it's, I think I've covered everything. On the right here, you have your list of connections. So anyone with which you have mutual interest or a meeting, you'll be able to, you will see them and you will see a chat on the right and you'll be able to have chats with them, okay?
Thanks very much, Laurie, for taking over. Sorry, everyone. The joys of working from home in the countryside. Wi-Fi decides to give up on you here and there. But yeah, Laurie, thanks so much for taking over. I've just been answering a few questions in the Q&A. So I don't know whether, Adam, you want to take over and start kind of feeding those questions back to us?
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, so I'm just going to go from top down because I think some people have been upvoting certain things. So Kashif has asked, can we transfer a meeting slot to another team member in our team?
Yep, you're able to do this. So when you go in your event agenda, you'll be able to reschedule a meeting. Let me see if I have a meeting. I'll book a meeting right now and I'll show you how it works. If I go and look for Joe Hunter, yes, you are able to do this. That's the quick answer. And then I'll show you. So I'll request a meeting with Joe. I'll go directly in my schedule. Where are you, Joe? Here, if I want to reschedule it, and so I click on reschedule and automatically I'll have the ability to, if I want to reschedule it and assign it to someone else from my team, I can do that and re-request the meeting. Does it answer your question? Think so.
I think so, yeah. Adam just wants some clarification on the lead scanning. He's put, this might be two questions actually. Did he hear correct that if they don't scan a physical badge at the event, they won't receive contact information? And if so, how do they follow up post-event from the virtual side of things?
No, I get totally a legitimate answer. The great thing about the Grid platform is as soon as you have a connection, and what we define a connection is literally either a mutual interest, so you've interested someone and they've interested you back, or you have an accepted meeting. As soon as you have this mutual connection, you have the ability to chat, okay? So it's up to you and the other person to then decide whether they want to share their personal information or not. But this is how we leave it to them, as opposed to a badge scanning, which is literally them giving you their business card on site at an event, which automatically implies I'm giving you my personal information. This is where the limitation is, but you definitely will have, Adam, the ability to connect, to chat and ask them their personal information there.
Perfect. Kashif's got another question that's been upvoted. Is the recommended for you logic based on interest tabs in the profile only? I guess this is referring to your AI matchmaking technology, right?
So recommended for you. And I hope this answers your question. Otherwise, you can tell me, Adam. So the recommendations are based on two things. They're based on data. So whatever data we've pulled from your registration, what the exercise we do is we get data. And what we do is we create more of a supply-demand kind of setup where on one side we have the exhibitors, which are you guys, and you're going to tell us the type of service you provide. And on another side, on the visitors side, what they were asked at registration is what type of products you're looking for. And then from that, we create direct supply-demand recommendations, right? Then there is behavioral data. So basically, every time you skip, show interest, or schedule a meeting, the AI constantly learns from what you're doing and will refine your recommendations and it will also learn from what you don't like and don't want to see and will stop recommending that for you. In addition, and the great part of us having partnered with Eventech Live over 2 years, if you were an exhibitor of Eventech Live last year, we also know and we have historical data on what you are looking for. So we also will use this to recommend you in 2020. That makes sense?
I hope so. Well, if it doesn't make sense, let us know in the chat. Kizzy's asked, I guess, one of those questions that everybody wants to know about online profiles, right? Can users see if you skip them?
No, they can't. That's just harsh. We want
Somebody might walk away from the event feeling very upset, I
very
guess.
sad. I know.
Paul's asking when you'll be able to get access to your account for Event Tech Live. Our schedule is around 3 weeks prior to the event so that you can start looking through the database and scheduling meetings and showing interest in visitors, but also visitors can do that for you. So I hope that answers that question. There's somebody that's anonymous has said, how do you request a virtual meeting? Will there be a different calendar for face-to-face and virtual meetings? Laurie, would you just mind showing the options there again?
So basically, when you go on someone's profile and you have here the little form to book a meeting, here in location, you will have 2 locations available, the virtual meeting room and your stand if you are at the physical event. Okay, so then the visitor will either be able to request, if themselves are virtual and not planning to come at the physical event, will be able to book a virtual meeting room for you. And if with you, or if they are going to be on the physical event and wish to meet you at your stand will be them. And they will be able to choose it. And same for you, when you book a meeting with a visitor, you will have the 2 options. Now, how do you know a meeting will be virtual or physical? Basically, in my schedule, when you look at a meeting, you'll be able to see whether it's a virtual meeting here, or it will be, as you can see the location, or if they've booked that meeting in your stand.
Awesome. Adam's asking, can they include a URL to their site in the platform in their profile? And if so, does it open in a new tab or an iframe?
That is a very good question. Let me check. I don't think it opens in a new tab. This is actually a discussion I was having with my product team. Let's all look at this together. So you can definitely have a link to your website if it's a field that Event Tech Live team want to include in the profile, which I think they have. If I click on it, yes, it does open a new tab. It might be that I had a wrong link in there, but yes, it opens a new tab.
Yeah, I think it looks there to me like there's actually 2 links in there, Laurie. So maybe that's what's getting confused with that.
Let me update my computer.
I think why Adam's asking is he obviously may have other platforms or demos or things like that on his own website. So I know that we've chatted about that already. Yeah. Alice has asked, the products provided on the bios, are these preset categories or are they able to customize and enter their own products?
So that depends on the setup we do with you guys, with the Event Tech Live team, basically. Okay. So based on, most of the time we prefer predefined value where you choose value. The reason behind this is the fact that it helps us on your personal profile. It does help us better create that supply demand matchmaking between you and visitors. On company profile, some of the fields like website will stay open for free. It will be free form fields. And then some like products provided, I think, and I would always recommend, and that's for the Event Tech Live team or anyone, to be predefined value for consistency across the platform. And also filtering. Yep. The reason we put predefined values is that when you look on the list, the filters are all consistent, so you don't have CEO written 500 times, etc.
Awesome. Sorry, mate. I thought you'd finished. Sophie Thomas is asking, can you see if an attendee plans to attend the event physically or virtually?
That's an actual good point, and I think this is an answer that is going to also benefit the Event Tech Live team. Absolutely. A lot of our clients are, as we're walking towards hybrid, a lot of our clients are adding this as one of the questions in profiles during the onboarding. So it becomes a part of your profiles. For example, if I were going on the visitor's profile here, I would see Abby, and on her headline or on her profile, I would see on-site or virtual. So I would know whether she's planning to come on site or will she be attending virtually. So this is something we want to do maybe while we're working on data.
Just on that, Larry, we're obviously asking people at registration if they intend to come physically or participate virtually. So maybe that's a data field that we can pull into the GRIP platform
Definitely.
as well.
I think, and we can even enable it as a filter so that you as an exhibitor will be able to then see who's going to be on site and who is going to be online.
Perfect. Yeah, that would make it easy for people to decide where to schedule a meeting. We have a test question. On what technology are the virtual meetings made? Is it Zoom?
Whereby. So
Whereby.
Whereby is an American company. They're great. The reason we chose them is because their system is quite light. It doesn't require you to upload any type of external software or etc. And we can embed them directly in our platform. They're very secure. We've done all the secure test and data test. So that's been done and cleared out.
Yeah, just to add to that, Laurie, for those that are based in the UK that are tuning in today, what's interesting is Whereby was actually used by the NHS for all of the remote doctor and surgery appointments that took place during lockdown when you couldn't actually go to a practice. So that should help with some level of the security and how easy it is as well to get people on and off of those chats. Adam has asked, can you cancel pending meetings with another user if they aren't responding?
Yes, you can definitely. And I would definitely think you should do this. So I just want to run through a logic with you guys so that everyone understands. Once you book a meeting, it basically blocks that time from your calendar. It doesn't block this time for the person you've requested the meeting with, right? So it would happen that this visitor either approves another meeting with someone else at this time slot and completely forgets to decline it with you. So I would say if you do not want to, if you run out of those pending meetings limit that Joe was showing you, you can definitely go ahead and cancel a meeting just as simply as this. So you go into my schedule, you go and find that meeting and you cancel it.
And does a pending meeting also get freed up if somebody else cancels a meeting with you as well, Laurie?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. William from Shock Logic has two questions. Oh, go for it.
Actually, because once a meeting is accepted, it no longer uses your allowance of pending meetings. So if you cancel a meeting, it won't give you allowance because it already gave it back to you as soon as it got accepted.
Cool. Thanks for clarifying that, mate. William from Shock Logic has two questions together on my screen, so I'm going to ask them together. First and foremost, are there a dummy account that they can try out? And is there API documentation for this solution? I think they are another tech provider, so maybe an integration or partnership question there.
Yeah, no problem. That's okay. Adam, you want to give us your email address? Happy to chat and connect with you. Yes, we do have API and documentation. I think it would be good to have an initial chat about this.
Yeah, Laurie, I'm just William. I'm just replying to that with my email there, so then
awesome.
At least you can fire that across.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Just in addition to that, I guess to clarify, we will be giving exhibitors access to the platform slightly earlier than visitors to get a handle on things and feel comfortable. And we will also do an additional webinar like this as a refresh if anybody wants to join that at the same time. So we'll get you up and running and on board. There is another anonymous question. For the chat function, can we have a welcome message that's constantly placed at the top, so if someone joined later, they would still be able to see that message, even though there would be another message already? I guess that might be an organizer question, Laurie.
Yeah, it was a long question, so I kind of so do you mean in the company chat or in the individual chats? I guess that's my question. We do not put, go on, Adam.
No. I was just going to say maybe they can follow up with another question if that's not quite clear.
If you can, that would be great. Whomever put this question, is a really good question. I just need to know whether, but we do not put a welcome message. Basically, it's you. So in the connections chat, if you have sent a message when booking a meeting and this person accepts it, then what you will see in the connection chat is that initial message you had put when you requested your meeting in the message box. Okay, in the company chat we never put a welcome message either, and we don't give you the opportunity to do that, but it's a very good point that we will take away with us.
Awesome. I guess we're coming to, I think, what is our last question. Unless anybody else has got anything, by all means pop it in the Q&A. It's if I schedule a session, should I say, get my words out, does Grip notify me if it clashes with a meeting I've booked?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because we do not, basically, you have the opportunity as the organizer, Adam, and the organizer of the event, to decide whether a session is time blocking or not. We want to enable people to remind themselves and build their schedule in case one of the meetings ends early, they want to join a session. So it will be based on the requirements of a session, basically, if a session is time blocking or not, etc.
Awesome. I think that's pretty much all the questions that we have. Caroline, for your question, you missed the start of the demo. Will there be a recording? Yes, there will, and we'll send this out to everybody that's registered shortly after the event, possibly tomorrow, all edited up for you. We'll also include Laurie and Joe's contact details in that if you want to reach out to those guys directly, for any of the organisers that might be watching right now, if you're interested in their platform. I think we've covered everything off, right, guys?
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Adam. And if you have any question, needs any clarification, please don't hesitate to email us. We're happy to hear your thoughts as well. I think it's a very challenging time. Everyone is going through their own challenge, so happy to hear your ideas and your feedback on the overall platform as you're learning, guys.
Awesome. Laurie, Joe, thank you very much for taking the time to demo for our exhibitors, and I know a few organisers that were interested as well. If anybody has questions for the Event Tech Live team, you've got my contact details, reach out to me, and as I said before, the recording will be provided to you over the next couple of days. Thank you very much and have a good evening.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Bye.